Hi, welcome to Bringing Bricks. I'm your host, Neil. This is a mock building series, and this is my second one, and this is week one of the Forest Moon of Endor. Alright, so let's talk about last week's video. Man, as you can see, I've been trying to get them back up. Almost 1,300 minifigures. That's a lot of minifigures to put up. So, that's going to take some time. So if you see these things moving around in here, I'm just doing a little dusting. What can I say? You get dusty. I hate moving them. Alright, if you checked out that trailer for the Vision so far, that's supposed to be coming out soon. I don't think I'm really interested. The visuals look cool, but, it doesn't have anything to do with the main Star Wars timeline, so I'm just going to keep moving and checking some other stuff out. But I am looking forward to that Endor series, which is now in post-production from what I understand, so I can't wait to check that out. But first up, Book of Boba Fett. I can't wait. Alright, so now first we're going to start off with this build, and of course, the table's clear. And we're going to start off with laying our layout and how to build up. And we always have to keep in mind when you're doing multiple layers exactly where placement is going to go, where you're going to put weight. So you have to keep that all in mind. So when you're building your towers, certain things need to be stronger than other things. And much like building techniques in the real world, we're going to use those in this Lego build. So let's go ahead and check that out. Alright, so as you can see on the table, I've got a few sets already set up here. I pulled them out of the collection yesterday, set them here on the table. This is what I'm going to start working with. I always have to start with trying to design my layout, and that's what I'm getting ready to figure out now. I always had a bit of depth to the table just simply because I want to use lights. So because of that, I know I'm going to be running wire right off the ripper. So before I even get started, I'm going to start laying out where I want to put what. I've also thought about the incline all the way up. The lowest point will be down on that end. The highest point will be over here. And part of the reason for that is because I'm going to work on the Imperial base on the inside. For some odd reason, if you've ever noticed, them stupid Imperials seem to like to build secret bases and tunnels everywhere, kind of like the Nazis did. So I'm going to build a small base here in this outpost because we know it's full of troops. They're just kind of hiding out. We know we're building at least 2 platforms for the ships. So hopefully we can get that going, and maybe a little air battle along the way with it as well. So hopefully it'll all work out. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. so I've got the layout started. I've also started on the corridor from where the back bunker door opens up and goes into the complex. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. All right, let's check it out. All right, here's the actual bunker door where they penetrate the base and set the explosives. This is the corridor I've got going on right now. Now these things here are actually going to be hanging like this. There'll be lights, of course, illuminating it. It'll be all filled in. We're just getting started here. And like always, I always seem to keep constantly changing things out. I start to lay it out, and then I change my mind. I do that a lot. So as you can see here, I've got the kind of the layout on how it's going to go for the first level of this. It does take some time to get all this because you got to keep in mind the support that you're going to be putting on top of it as well. So as I go, I just kind of work it all in as I go and see what happens. And of course, I'm constantly evolving and changing things around a bit. So all right, I wish I could push this a little further along, but I'm on third shift now for a little while, and I got to be at work here in 20 minutes, so I have to cut it short at this point. All right, so we made it this far. We got the tunneling done. You know, I'm hoping to put in shafts, sidewalls, and everything else, lighting. And I'm just kind of concentrating on that before I move on downwards. Depending on the mood I am, depending on how the area I work in. You know, I still got the other corner to work on over here, so I got to keep that in mind as I keep going. But ultimately, you might see a lot of changes here and there, different areas that I thought I was going to use for support. I've changed my mind. There's other ways for support as well, and we'll get into those when we get to that point. But otherwise, if you like what you saw today and you want to keep continuing watching this series, hit the subscribe button. The bell notification will tell you when I upload information. And if you'd like to hit the like. Help a brother out, man. And I'll see you next time on Breaking Bricks.